You know, we're at a spa and a resort.
Yes.
And yet we've been working our tails off over there, looking at varieties, moving around, walking, and I suddenly realized, wait a minute. They're going to hold a trial at a resort. We're going to change the way trialing is done.
They need to bring the plants to us.
So we've found us a pool boy named Jeremy.
Pool boy.
Well, actually, he's with Walter's Gardens.
He's a plant boy.
And he's not dressed like a pool boy, but we'll pretend. For Jennifer's sake. Anyway, he's going to bring the plants to us. So Jeremy, bring us the Heuchera Dolce cinnamon, would you?
All right.
All right. So, and you're going to model it too.
Okay, I'll model.
Dolce cinnamon. This is one of their
Cinnamon curls.
Cinnamon curls, excuse me. Added to the Dolce line. Gets a nice color. Kind of starts out sort of orangey to darkens down to sort of a cherry cola. Would you say? Is that correct?
Right.
Correct. All right. Very good. So that's a. Would you fetch us Dolce blackberry ice, please? You know, I could go for like a Dolce blackberry ice, but that's the only thing we're missing. Oh, here it is.
Oh, here it is.
Thank you. Blackberry
Beautiful.
ice. This has some Balusa blood in it, correct?
Correct.
Correct. And what does that do for it?
It helps become more heat and humidity resistant.
Excellent. I thought
And the
as
leaves turn
much.
a little bit silvery
Correct.
as it ages.
Yeah, and you see some kind of black veining in there as well. So, okay, could you bring us a lavender sweet romance, please? You know, no, we do need a beverage out here.
Yeah.
But maybe we can work on that, would you? While we look at. So this is the first lavender in the Proven Winners line. And
I like how it starts blooming down on the stem there.
That's
and
right.
branches out.
And
Nice.
It blooms without vernalization.
That's
This
key
is
for
a
the
zone,
growers.
zone 5 to 9 perennial. The Heucheras were zone 4 to 9, by the way. All right, beautiful. Cat's mint, please.
Cat's meow.
Cat's meow, cat mint. It's a nepida.
Nepida.
Oh, here it is. This is a nice little plant. Now, cat mint, I have some in my yard. It really goes crazy.
bushy,
I have to hit it with the weed whacker twice a season to bring it back.
Not this one.
18 inches tall, more compact,
Low
but still
maintenance.
zones 3 to 8. So, and lastly, the hibiscus, if you would, my good man. This is really nice.
This is a big one.
You know, if we could, think of the driving we could cut out if we just sat here and every company brought us plants. Thank you. Okay, so this is hibiscus summerific cherry cheesecake. We should order some cherry cheesecake once we get our drinks as well. Big 7-8 inch flowers. Put your hand out. I'm not going to do that. That's like work. Put your hand right there to show the folks at home the flower size. 7-8 inch flowers. 4 to 5 foot tall plant.
Blooms all the way up the stem.
And zones 4 to 9.
First year blooming.
Beautiful. Well, so that is some of the new perennials from Proven Winners. Thanks to Walter Gardens. Thanks to Jeremy. You're good at this.
Thank you.
All right. Can you get us some cocktails?
I'll be right on it.
Thank you. Ellen, lilac is your color.
Thank you.
Is this a new color choice shrub from Proven Winners?
I don't think so, but I love wisteria.
Well, you'll love these too.
I'm sure I will.
New color choice shrubs. How about starting with a 9 bark?
Otherwise known as Physocarpus. This one is tiny wine.
And they have tested this, they say, for 8 years. Because the problem, they say, with compact Physocarpus is they stay compact for a few years and then they suddenly start growing 8 feet tall again.
Right.
This one's been tested 8 years. It'll stay small, they say.
And mildew resistant.
Extra good, extra good. How about next to it? This is a genus I'm not familiar with. Deutzia.
Deutzia.
Yuki snowflake. What can you tell us about this?
Well, it gets to be about 2 foot tall, and let's see, it's 2 or 3 times more flowers than Nico, which I think is the most popular Deutzia out there.
There you go. How about some Hebes, GB? There's a bunch of them. This particular one is called Frozen Flame.
There's Wild Romance and Magic Summer as well.
This does really well in certain parts of the country, not so much in others, but something that does well everywhere.
Pretty
in
much,
fact, it's the #1 Googled plant on the internet. Not only just according to Google, but Marshall Dirks checked it out himself.
Then it
and
must
he
be
found
true.
out that their #1 request for plants is hydrangeas. And this is a new one in the Let's Dance Reblooming series. This one's called Rhapsody Blue. Look at these flowers. And the key with this one is it's easy for growers to turn it blue, using aluminum nitrate, and it'll stay blue for the season. So that's just a few of the new varieties from Proven Winners Color Choice.
He meant aluminum sulfate, not nitrate. Okay, Chris.
So thanks. Sorry about that. Well, thanks to Jeremy, we got hooked up with our adult beverage there because we are at a resort and spa, after all. And we thought we'd give you a beautiful view of the
mountains
distance there.
and
this is beautiful countryside.
ocean back there.
Yeah, it's a great spot for a trial. And we looked at new flower varieties, but Proven Winners does all kinds of marketing and research. Marshall Dirks never ceases to amaze me with the amount of intelligence that they gather and then how they apply it to what they do with Proven Winners. For instance, we already learned that hydrangeas is the #1 Google plant search.
Right.
Right? Number 2 is
petunias.
Petunias. And so what did they do with that information, Ellen?
Well, with that information, they are pushing supertunias, and they're doing it with Jamie Dury.
Ah, my Aussie buddy, who's a Green Profit columnist.
That's right.
When we can track him down, he's a busy guy. So that's a pretty neat thing.
Yeah.
Also, we learned that we knew that purple is the #1 flower color, and
pink is number 2.
Pink is number 2. Number 3 is bicolor. We told you that.
With red.
And so you're going to see a lot more bicolor flowers in their catalogs, in their advertising,
in their offerings,
in their line. And we've seen a lot of bicolors this week, so that's good for the industry.
I love them.
And also, Lemon Slice, which was introduced last year, Calibracoa, their #1 introduction ever, 3 million cuttings sold.
Well, it's pretty. Very pretty.
Yeah, so how about where do consumers get their information? Thanks to Marshall, we've learned that #1 for gardening information is
magazines.
Number 2 is
websites.
Number 3, and this is where it gets interesting, pay attention.
Other people's gardens.
No, that's
and
number 4.
friends.
Number 3 is word of mouth. Friends. Number 4 is other people's gardens. So anyway, it doesn't matter. 3 and 4. Friends and other people's gardens. So you're going to see in some of the stuff that they do, inspirational photos of other gardens.
And that's what they're asking on their website and the garden idea book and things like that.
Right. So that's really cool.
Send us your photos.
Something else. They've got 490,000 requests for their idea book. So
90% online.
90% of the requests came from online. 10% still phoning in, we need that. But also interesting, of all the traffic to their website, 18% of that is now coming in via
mobile devices.
Tablets and smartphones and things like that. And the world is really going to phones. They don't know what that percentage will be in a year, but they expect it's going to go up a whole lot more. So they're preparing ways to communicate with their customers via phone rather than just via
mobile sites,
typical
and so
computer. And so that's just a few of the things that they're doing.
A lot of stuff.
At Proven Winners during the 2013
Good job, Marshall.
California Spring Trials. Cheers.